Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining the Koala Club staff induction. This session is designed to make sure everyone understands how our camps should run, what is expected of staff, and how we keep children safe, happy and engaged. Please listen carefully because the information in this induction applies to every site and every role. By the end, you should understand our values, daily routines, safeguarding responsibilities, behaviour expectations, health and safety procedures, and how to deliver structured activities confidently. If anything is unclear, make a note and ask your camp manager, Neil or Danielle, before camp begins. Koala Clubs exist to provide a safe, welcoming and inclusive environment where children can have fun, build confidence and feel valued. Everything we do should reflect kindness, respect, teamwork, inclusion and putting children first. The word trust is important here. Parents trust us with their children. Children need to trust that we will keep them safe and treat them fairly, and staff need to trust one another to work as a team. Every interaction with a child, parent, colleague, or venue staff member should help protect that trust. As an activity leader, your role is to be present, reliable, and actively involved. You must arrive on time, sign in, and be ready to support children throughout the day. Your main responsibility is keeping children safe by following safeguarding, behaviour, health and safety, and supervision procedures. You are also expected to lead fun, inclusive, and age-appropriate activities using the session plans provided. Stay engaged, use positive language, praise good behaviour, and support children who may need extra help or encouragement. If you have any concern, accident, incident, or safeguarding worry, report it promptly to the camp manager or DSL. The camp manager is the person on site who is responsible and accountable for the whole camp. They oversee daily operations, staff, children, parents, and venue relationships. Their job is to make sure staff arrive on time, follow the timetable, and engage with children and maintain high standards throughout the day. The camp manager ensures that safeguarding and health and safety policies are being followed. They liaise with parents and venue staff and ensure Koala Clubs maintains trust with families and partners. Staff should follow the camp manager's instructions and raise issues with them quickly so problems can be dealt with before they escalate. Our camps are structured activity camps, not free play settings. Each day should include a variety of sports, arts and craft or other planned activities depending on the site. A sample timetable is provided and staff must use the session plans to support delivery. Some sites also run the HAF programme and some sites offer swimming. The key message is that children should be active, engaged and supervised throughout the day. Activities should be organised, purposeful and suitable for the age and ability of the children in your group. HAF stands for Holiday Activities and Food Programme. It supports children who receive benefits-related free school meals and it runs at selected Koala Club sites. HAF children are registered on a different system from the main register, so the camp manager must check which children are part of the programme. Food must be offered to all HAF children, even if they bring a packed lunch. Always be aware of allergies and follow your food hygiene training. Council representatives may visit to quality assure the programme. Any visitor must show ID, and if they cannot provide it, they are not allowed to enter. They must not enter at all until authorised by Neil. These are the sites currently running the HAF programme. Bexley sites include Erith and Sidcup. Cheadle, Leek, Cannock, Tamworth, Amesbury, Cricklade and Rufford Park also run the HAF programme. Staff working at these sites need to be especially familiar with the HAF expectations, including food provision, nutritional education, safeguarding, attendance and visitor procedures. Even if you are not based at a HAF site, it is useful to understand the programme because staff may move between sites or be asked questions by parents. Always check your rota and site information before the holiday period begins. At some point, someone from the council may visit to carry out a quality check of our HAF provision. Staff may be asked what activities children have been doing, including enriching activities such as arts and crafts or outdoor activities at those sites who offer this instead of arts and crafts, for example, Rufford Park. They will also ask about physical activities such as sports. They may also ask about food, how we carry out nutritional education, healthy eating and lifestyles as it's now called, safeguarding, health and safety, policies and procedures, and signposting for local services. At koala clubs, we have our own signposting email address, which is for parents to contact us should they need signposting to local services. Nutritional education must be embedded within structured activities, and at least one relevant activity must be delivered each day at our HAF camps. You will receive a HAF answer sheet that will be provided to help you feel prepared and confident during a HAF visit. Koala Clubs currently operates as an activity provider, not as childcare. It is important that we are referred to parents as an activity provider, not as childcare. Likewise, if anybody comes and visits, you must refer to us as an activity provider, not as childcare. This is until our Ofsted registration has been confirmed. We are currently in the process of going through Ofsted registration, but this may not be ready or completed in time for the summer holidays. This means activities must be structured, planned, and skill-based. We must not offer free play at any time. Aimless play with equipment or simple colouring without a learning purpose. Staff must coach and lead sessions, stay with their group, and use the plans and procedures provided. Children under 8 must remain in under 8 groups and cannot be moved into over 8 groups. This is a legal and compliance issue, not just a preference. Ofsted may ask children what they have been doing, so the delivery must match our procedures. Even though we are not currently Ofsted registered, this does not mean that Ofsted cannot turn up at our sites to do checks. They will want to see that we are meeting our Ofsted exemption, so it is vital that the Ofsted exemption criteria is followed. Most camps start at 8 a.m, but always check your rota because some sites may start later. Staff should arrive 10 minutes early so the setting is ready before parents arrive. Personal bags and coats must be kept in the designated area. Under 8s and over 8s should be registered and collected separately where possible, either in a separate room or separate areas which are sectioned off. Staff should follow the sample timetable, use session plans and return them so others can use them. During breaks and lunch, children must sit down and no equipment should be out. Staff finish when the camp closes and all duties are complete. Session plans are emailed before the holiday period so staff can familiarise themselves with the activities in advance if they wish. On site, collect the plans you need for each block of time. If you are outside for a longer period, take enough plans and equipment with you and have a spare plan in case the session does not work well for your group. If this is the case, make sure that you stop that session at a suitable time. Don't just bring it to an abrupt end. Demonstrate activities clearly, give short instructions and check understanding before starting. If children are not enjoying a session, change it to another structured activity at a suitable time. Return plans after each block so that they are available for other staff. Children should not use the session plans themselves. It is important that the session plans remain in good quality and condition, as staff need to be able to use them throughout the holiday period and preferably for future holiday periods going forward. Professional conduct means being fully engaged with the children and the role. Phones should be out of sight during working time, except during unpaid breaks away from the children. Staff should be involved in activities, follow the session plans, supervise properly and complete regular head counts. At larger sites, walkie-talkies may be used to communicate. Unprofessional behaviour includes sitting down while the children are active, using your phone while supervising, not watching the children, allowing unsafe climbing or running, ignoring session plans, or leaving children unsupervised. These behaviours are concerning because they put children, staff, and koala clubs at risk. Safeguarding is everyone's responsibility, regardless of role or experience. Staff must maintain a safe environment, supervise effectively, recognise possible signs of abuse or neglect, and report concerns immediately. If a child shares a worry, listen calmly, take them seriously, reassure them, and never promise to keep secrets. Records should be factual, clear, and timely, and concerns should go straight to the DSL, Neil, or the Deputy DSL, Danielle, if Neil is not reachable. Safe working practice also means maintaining boundaries, avoiding being alone with a child where possible, and following collection, attendance, and behaviour procedures carefully. Staff must follow the Koala Club's safeguarding policy. This has been emailed out to everybody, and we ask staff to sign to say that they have understood the policy. Challenge anybody who wants to visit the site. Do not allow visitors in until Neil has authorised them, unless Neil has already informed you of a pre-arranged visitor. Any concern, disclosure, or incident must be recorded and reported immediately. In a disclosure, explain to the child that you cannot keep it a secret, but only the people who need to know will be told. Be aware of the local safeguarding team for your area, such as the MASH team in Bexley, for example. Keep children's data secure, keep written group lists safe, and send any safeguarding statements to Neil only, not the camp manager, not venue staff. Before the holiday period, Danielle is the key contact for recruitment and preparation. Her email is recruitment@koalaclubs.net. During the holidays, Neil is the designated safeguarding lead and main operational contact. His email is neil@koalaclubs.net and his number is 07891 833 965. Danielle is Deputy DSL and should only be called during the holidays for safeguarding issues if Neil does not answer. Staff WhatsApp groups may be used for camp communication, but they are not for paid discussions. Use the right contact for the right issue and communicate professionally. Health and safety is vital. It must be active throughout the day. The camp manager takes the registers and staff must move equipment safely, follow site-specific toilet procedures, complete regular head counts, especially when moving between areas. First aiders must manage incidents and medical issues. Staff should leave the site tidy, clear waste after lunch, and check toilets regularly to make sure children are not misusing them or blocking sinks or toilets with paper. Fire exits must stay clear at all times. They should not be blocked with bags and belongings or chairs. Everyone is responsible for spotting hazards and acting quickly before someone gets hurt. On hot days, avoid keeping the children out in the sun for long periods of time. Take regular drink breaks. Ensure that children bring hats out with them. We encourage children to bring suntan lotion, but they need to apply it themselves. Every accident or incident must be recorded promptly and accurately. Forms should include the date, time, location, child's name, what happened, and who was present. A qualified first aider should assess the child, provide suitable care, and decide whether further medical support is needed. Parents or carers must be informed, ideally at collection or sooner if the situation is serious. Forms need signatures from the staff member completing the report and the parent or carer. Records are not just paperwork. They help us identify patterns, update risk assessments, and improve safety. Our booking system, Pebble, includes the accident and incident forms on there. Anything HAF related is sent via an email and to Neil. Site security is especially important at open access or busy venues. Staff must know the agreed boundaries and make sure children understand where they are allowed to go. Position yourself so you can see entrances, exits, activity zones, and higher risk areas. Stay alert to unknown adults, members of the public, or anyone acting in a concerning way, and report concerns immediately. Children must not speak to unknown adults or go near to dogs. When moving areas, line children up and walk sensibly. Use regular head counts and act quickly if there is an unsafe access point, missing child concern, damage, gate, or suspicious behaviour. Should children need to refill water bottles, this is done by a staff member. Leave your group with another member of staff whilst you take any water bottles that need filling. Ideally, multiple water bottles at a time rather than just one. Never leave the children unattended. Children need clear, simple, and positive expectations. We expect children to be kind and respectful, follow instructions, keep hands and feet and objects to themselves, include others and play fairly, and look after the camp. Staff should model these behaviours in the way they speak and act. Behaviour expectations should be explained at the start of the day and during sessions, and repeated during transitions from one place to another, activities, and higher energy moments. If the children are getting a little bit carried away, stop the activity and remind them of the expectations. The aim is not just to stop poor behaviour, but to create a positive camp culture where children feel safe, included, and ready to take part. Good behaviour management starts before problems happen. Set clear expectations at the beginning of the day, use positive praise consistently, and build relationships by learning children's names, interests, and needs. When behaviour slips, step in early and calmly. Use reminders, choices, role changes, quiet reset time, or movement to another space when appropriate. After an incident, wait until the child is calm and use restorative conversation. What happened? Who was affected? What expectation was broken and how it can be repaired. If behaviour continues, speak to the camp manager who may need advice from Neil. Should a parent need to be contacted, it is Neil who authorises this, and only the camp manager must phone the parent. Ensure that children move from one area of the site to another by walking sensibly in a line. They must not be shouting and running. This is particularly important at our leisure centre sites or sites where there are members of the public. Breaks and lunch must be calm, supervised and structured. The age 5 to 7 group and 8+ group need to be kept separate to align with our Ofsted exemption. Children should sit calmly with their drink, snack or lunch, and no equipment should be out. Staff may have a paid break while remaining with the children, or an unpaid break away from the children, but unpaid breaks must be agreed with the camp manager and logged. Eating areas must be left clean, rubbish cleared away and spillages wiped up. These quieter moments still require supervision. This section explains the process staff must follow when taking children swimming at Koala Club sites. Not all of our sites have swimming facilities, but the ones that do are named in this slide. Swimming is currently offered at Long Eaton, Cheadle, Bingham, Erith and Sidcup, and it is important that staff understand their responsibilities before, during and after swimming sessions. Before moving children around a leisure centre, staff must make sure they have a written register of the children in their swimming group. Children should be lined up sensibly, walking in pairs, and no child should ever walk in front of the coach or staff member leading the group. Staff must keep the group together and maintain good supervision at all times. When arriving at the changing rooms, staff take the children into the changing area. Children must use individual cubicles to get changed, and staff must know where every child is at all times. Staff should remain present, alert and engaged with the group, making sure children are behaving appropriately and are not being disruptive or unsafe. Staff must never go into an individual child's changing cubicle. Staff are also not allowed to help children with swimwear, changing or getting dry afterwards. Children need to be able to manage this independently. If a child needs support, staff should follow safeguarding procedures and seek advice from the camp manager or senior staff member or NEIL. Before leaving the changing rooms, staff must complete a head count and check the register using the written list of names. No group should move to the poolside until every child has been accounted for. For under 8s, swimming must be a structured swimming lesson led by a leisure centre swimming teacher. The Koala Club staff member acts as an extra supervisor and must remain poolside for the full session. Staff are responsible for supporting behaviour and making sure children listen to the swimming teacher. Staff must not sit on a chair poolside as they need to be actively supervising and ready to respond. For over 8 swimming, the session may be a free play session, as they don't fall under our Ofsted coaching criteria. The Koala Club staff member still has a responsibility to supervise the children, alongside the lifeguards. Lifeguards are responsible for pool safety, but Koala Club staff remain responsible for the children's behaviour, listening, group management and safeguarding. At the end of the session, staff must take the children back to the changing rooms and repeat the same changing procedure. Children must use individual cubicles, staff must monitor where everyone is, and staff must not enter cubicles or assist with changing. Before leaving the changing area, staff must complete another head count and check the register again. The key message is that swimming can only run safely when staff remain organised, alert and actively supervising. Registers, head counts, staff movement around the centre, appropriate changing room supervision and clear behaviour expectations must be followed every time. Before an activity begins, make sure equipment is ready, safe and suitable. Check the space for hazards and make sure everything needed is accessible. Gather your group, explain the task clearly, show how to use equipment safely and set expectations before starting. Keep your group together and position yourself so you can see and support everyone. Stop the activity if the equipment is being misused or someone may get hurt. At the end, involve children in tidying with clear jobs, then count and return equipment to the correct place and leave the area safe. Arrival must be organised and secure. Every child must be signed in by a parent, carer or authorised adult at the registration point. Parents must wait at the entrance or registration area and must not enter the camp room. At Koala Clubs, a staff member should greet each child, preferably the camp manager, confirm their name, record the arrival time and collect any important messages about medication, collection or support needs. Children must be handed directly to staff. Parents should not send children in alone and they should not leave until the child has been acknowledged and signed in. Parents, carers and visitors must not enter camp rooms, activity spaces, toilets or child-only areas during arrival or collection. This protects children, privacy and supervision. If a parent needs to speak to staff, this should happen at the entrance or another appropriate way away from the children. For collection, if someone different is collecting a child, Koala Clubs must be informed in advance. The adult may need to give the agreed password and show identification. If staff are unsure, the child stays with Koala Clubs while the parent or main carer is contacted. If a child is not collected by closing time, NEIL must be informed straight away. Whilst we hope that we will never need to use this, please familiarise yourself with our lost child flowchart. Should this happen, ensure that the correct steps are followed at all times and that the rest of the children are never left alone while the situation is dealt with. In a leisure centre, the staff there must be informed so that a lockdown procedure can take place. Daily routines help camp run smoothly and safely. Staff must arrive on time, sign in, put belongings away, wear appropriate clothing and any required ID badge, and check the register and key information such as allergies, medical needs, send information and collection arrangements. Staff should help set up the setting, welcome children positively, supervise actively and avoid distractions such as phones. Throughout the day, follow safeguarding and behaviour procedures, support inclusion activities and keep areas safe and clean. At the end of the day, help with the safe collection, tidy equipment, complete records and sign out. Finally, feedback and communication should be respectful and timely. Your camp may offer daily debriefs to share what went well and raise issues quickly. If there are any issues, please make sure that these are reported to Neil as promptly as possible. Share ideas that could improve camp. If there is an issue with pay or with the camp, communicate professionally. Make sure starter forms and pay details are completed correctly and on time, because incorrect or missing information can delay payment. Only intend shifts you are confirmed for on the rota. And remember that Neil will respond to any emails, issues, queries, messages, phone calls as soon as possible within working hours. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this induction. You are free to watch or read through it as many times as you wish and use it as a point of reference. There will be drop-in sessions provided to give you an opportunity to ask questions or to get clarification on anything from the induction. Now, please let us know that you have watched the induction through, as you will need the link for the assessment. The assessment is compulsory before we are able to allow staff to work on our camps. Staff must achieve 80% in the assessment. Should you not achieve 80% the first time, you must retake the assessment until you achieve 80%. Thank you so much again, and we hope that you enjoy working for us on our Koala Club's camps.